Welcome to Catholic Views. I'm your host, Renee Kranz. On today's show, we will have the always fun and probably famous Father Joe Vogel in the studio. We're going to talk about spiritual direction, what it is, why you might want to have a spiritual director. And he's just so much fun to talk to. So I hope you'll stick around for that interview because it was a good one. First, we have a not so good one. Dr. Chris Bergwald. Okay, he's a good one.
Well, happy Easter, Renee.
He's here for some biblical bites with Dr. B.
Yes,
Happy Easter.
Thank you. You know, Pope Benedict said that every Catholic should have maybe not a full-fledged spiritual director, but somebody like a spiritual mentor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had said that.
Yeah, you could use one, couldn't you?
I totally could.
Yeah. Anyway.
Actually, Father Vogel would be great for me because he's kind of like me. He just tells it how it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the directness.
Yes, very direct.
So, Renee, what's today?
It's I think, second Sunday of Easter. We were just talking about this before, and he was going to throw Casey under the bus for his first episode, but Casey's not on the mic.
We won't do that. It is because the first Sunday of Easter is, of course, Easter Sunday.
Right.
But second Sunday of Easter also has another official name.
Yes, Divine Mercy Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday of Divine Mercy actually is the official name.
Oh,
so let's get it right. Come. Anyway, so
I'm gonna throw stuff at you.
But I'm really excited. So what we're actually going to talk about, the gospel for today is that awesome account of when Thomas shows up, because he wasn't there the first Sunday,
right. Mm-hmm.
but he was there on the second Sunday, the Sunday of Divine Mercy.
Right.
And he puts his hand, or Jesus invites him to put his hand at the side. But we're going to talk about the second reading for Mass, because at least for these first few Sundays of the Easter season this year, the second reading is from Revelation.
Ooh,
so we get to talk about Revelation, which is one of the most
weird
books of the Bible.
You have to see the video to see that face.
Right. What the heck is going on? So, because we have a little bit of time, because somehow Father Joe didn't fill more time.
I don't know what happened.
Father Joe, you're slipping. So
don't tell him that.
next time, I'm going to have 1 minute for biblical bites. Oh,
right.
Well, I'll get what's coming to me. So this is how the reading begins, the second reading from Revelation. I, John, your brother, who share with you the distress, the kingdom, and the endurance we have in Jesus, found myself on the island called Patmos because I proclaimed God's word and gave testimony to Jesus. So a couple of things that are just interesting. Pause there. So I share with you. So I'm your brother. He's writing to other Christians. Mm-hmm. So I share with you what we have in Jesus, which is the kingdom, the endurance, but he starts with the distress.
I actually thought maybe you said the wrong word there when you said distress. I was
we have distress in Jesus, not because Jesus wants us to be in distress, but like Jesus, who was in distress, we just celebrated that.
A lot of distress.
Yeah. We also share in Jesus' sufferings.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
So in Jesus, I have with you the distress, the kingdom, and the endurance.
Okay.
That we have in him. So John, so I share that with you. Then I find myself on the island called Patmos because I proclaim God's word and give testimony to Jesus. Patmos. Any idea what Patmos is, Renee?
Well, it's an island. It's in the Greek,
the part where it
Greek
says the
area,
island
right, by Greece.
Yes. Okay. Yes. It is a Greek island. It's an island that the Romans used as a prison island.
Oh.
So they'd send people who were bad to this island. So John had been, quote unquote, bad as far as the Romans were concerned because I proclaimed God's word and gave testimony to Jesus. So John is the only one, as far as we know, the 11. So there's Judas, the 12, but there's Judas. So 11 of the 11 apostles, after you account for Judas, John is the only one, as far as we know, who wasn't literally martyred.
Right.
But he did.
He was exiled.
He was exiled. Mm-hmm. So he did experience suffering because of his.
So is Patmos still a place to put prisoners, or is that where all the rich people hang out now?
I know about first century islands, Greece,
have to look
not
that up after we're
21st
done.
century Greece. So he goes on, I was caught up in spirit on the Lord's day, so Sunday, he has a vision, and heard behind me a voice as loud as a trumpet, which said, write on a scroll what you see. Then I turned around to see whose voice it was that spoke to me. And when I turned, I saw 7 gold lampstands. And in the midst of the lampstands, one like a son of man, wearing an ankle-length robe with a gold sash around his chest. And it goes on from there. Who is this?
I assume it's Jesus,
Why do you assume it's Jesus?
a son of man.
Yes, I saw one like a son of man.
Yeah.
So it's a title that Jesus himself used. 7 gold lampstands. Any idea what?
I know I've heard this before, but
Any
I don't
idea
remember.
where else in the Bible there may have been golden
7 things. Oh, golden
lampstands?
there were some virgins who had
Temple. What did I just
Temple?
cleared my throat there?
Yeah,
the
sorry.
temple, the Jewish temple. So
Okay.
the tabernacle, going back way back to Moses in the
Okay.
Exodus, the tabernacle, and then Solomon, David's son, built the temple, and within that there were 7 gold lampstands. And in the midst of the lampstands, John sees one like Son of Man, Jesus, wearing an ankle-length robe. Guess who else wears ankle-length robes in the Bible?
Everybody. I mean, literally everybody.
No.
I don't know.
The high priest.
Oh, what did everybody else wear?
Shorter robes.
Shorter robes. Well, I didn't know if they were like dragging on the ground, like below. I don't know. Okay.
No.
So length denoted something.
Yes.
Of the robe.
Yes, correct. So again, focus. What's the connotation here? So lampstands evoke what?
The temple. So he's the priest of the temple.
The
I
high
assume.
priest. So this is all Revelation, and Dr. Scott Hahn makes a lot out of this. The larger context of the book of Revelation, we think it's like apocalypse, end of the
right.
world, but it's actually very liturgical, which has connections to the end of the world, but also to the beginning of the world. So really what John, for first century Jews reading this, would have recognized that the context for this is actually the Mass. Offered by the high priest who is Jesus Christ.
That's really cool. Thank you for making all those connections for us today.